Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Stephen Curry sends inspirational message to ex-Warrior after winning gold. Stephen Curry is many things. The face of the Golden State Warriors is a four-time NBA champion, two-time MVP, a three-point shooting phenomenon, a future Hall of Famer and now an Olympics gold medalist. But beyond his legendary accolades, number 30 is who so many young players aspire to become on the court. His inimitable way of disarming defenses and erupting from the floor on a moment's notice has caused a shift in how the game is played. Innovators become an inspiration to those who come after them, and that is something Curry is witnessing in real time. His superbly clutch performance in the latter stages of the Paris Games resonated with the basketball-watching world, including with someone he briefly shared a locker room with last year. After watching the 36-year-old score 60 points combined against Serbia and France, a red-hot stretch that boosted the United States to a fifth straight gold, Kendrick Davis offered his sincere congratulations. The former Warriors training camp roster member and Summer League invite called Curry the greatest point guard to touch a basketball in a text message before receiving some thoughtful words in return. Davis revealed the exchange on Instagram. "Appreciate you, bro," Stephen Curry texted. "That was a crazy ride for sure. Hope you and the family doing well, taking advantage of the summer, and keep getting better." One would not assume that just any affiliation with the Warriors automatically gets you Curry's cell phone number. Davis must have made quite the impression on the greatest shooter ever in 2023. The 5'11" undrafted guard out of Memphis, SMU, and TCU had to claw his way into relevance in college. Davis developed into an impactful scorer and playmaker at SMU, winning AAC Player of the Year honors in 2021-22. He then helped Memphis win its most games in a season, 26, since 2012-13. His production and intangibles did not outweigh his physical limitations in the eyes of scouts, however, which meant much work was to be done in order to book himself an NBA opportunity. The 25-year-old is still waiting for one. He initially signed a contract with the Warriors in September of 2023 but was waived before the new campaign started. A stint with the Santa Cruz Warriors followed. Kendrick Davis is now in Australia playing for the Adelaide 36ers, hoping he can still grab the attention of NBA executives. Stephen Curry is not dismissing him. He is trying to lift the man up. Although the former Davidson star had NBA pedigree on his side, he worked relentlessly to hone his craft. Needless to say, the endless shooting reps and hours spent in the gym paid off. Curry overcame his humble basketball beginnings, three-star recruit at a small program, and is one of the most accomplished players of his generation. And now, he is motivating others to try to carve out their own path to the NBA. Warriors off-season edition named most likely to be unsuccessful. The Golden State Warriors lost Klay Thompson in the offseason in a sign-and trade with the Dallas Mavericks, but attempted to replace him in multiple ways. They added Buddy Hield, DeAnthony Melton, and Kyle Anderson. Hield and Melton, two above-average three-point shooters, could potentially bring the same skill set as Thompson, even if it's at a different level. As for Anderson, he's a point forward who can run an offensive unit. However, Kelly Iko of The Athletic is uncertain about the fit, naming him the most likely player to fizzle or be unsuccessful. "I'm not entirely sure what Golden State's direction is. I'm a fan of adding Buddy Hield and a healthy DeAnthony Melton, but I don't think Kyle Anderson is the type of player you bring in if you're trying to extract the maximum from the latter stages of Stephen Curry's career. But for a team that has relied on its spacing for years, Anderson historically isn't a clean fit," Iko wrote on August 1. He's also not a strong rebounder at his position, despite his 6'9" frame. Maybe the Warriors are confident Anderson can return to being a league-average shooter, but I wouldn't bank on it. Per PBP stats, Minnesota was a +8 with Anderson off the floor in the postseason and a -6 with him on, which is a telling sign of a player whose weaknesses seem to be magnified more than his strengths being accentuated. Not saying it can't work, but it looks tricky. Entering his 11th year in the NBA after being drafted in the 2014 NBA Draft, Anderson has put together a great career for a role player. In the 2023-24 season, he appeared in 79 games for the Minnesota Timberwolves, averaging 6.4 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 4.2 assists in 22.6 minutes per game. His lack of a three-point shot makes him an interesting fit if the Golden State Warriors plan to play him with Draymond Green, but that shouldn't be their plan as they do much of the same things on the court. Anderson, nicknamed Slow Mo for a reason, has the ability to fill most offensive roles due to standing at 6'9" and being able to initiate the offense. Defensively, Anderson's 7'3" wingspan allows him to guard multiple positions. Replacing an all-time Golden State Warriors legend is nearly impossible for multiple reasons. Outside of what Thompson has done as a shooter in his career for the Warriors, he's a veteran who brings a different presence to the locker room. Not having him around will be different, but it's part of the business. With the players they've added, their fits might not be as clear as Thompson's, but if Hield can shoot how he did from three-point range in the 2022-23 season when he shot 42.5% from three-point range on 8.5 attempts per game, there should be a similar feeling to having Thompson on the court. Melton has dealt with injuries the past year and a half, but when he played 77 games in 2022-23, he shot 39% from three-point range on 5.2 attempts per game. Warriors officially signed talented three-point shooter. Quincy Olivari is coming off an excellent season of college basketball at Xavier. He finished the year averaging 19.1 points, 5.6 rebounds, 2.1 assists, and 1.4 steals per game, shooting 42.5% from the field and 40.9% from three-point range. In 34 games. This summer, Olivari was not selected in the 2024 NBA Draft. On Tuesday night, the Warriors newspaper reported that the Warriors officially signed Olivari to a Test 10 contract. Olivari played 5 seasons of college basketball for Rice and Xavier. His career averages were 14.5 points, 4.9 rebounds, and 1.6 assists per game, shooting 41.2% from the field and 38.7% from three-point range in 147 games. The 23-year-old has proven to be a very reliable three-point shooter. Although he likely won't make the squad, Olivari could be an intriguing player for the Warriors. There's no doubt he could be a candidate for a one-way or 10-day deal during the season. Olivari played 5 games for the Lakers in the NBA Summer League in California and Las Vegas. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Quincy Olivari? Leave your opinion in the comments.